What? I can't make a 3 now? Let me get warmed up. That's what the warm up thing's for. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Easy money. Let's go. Please.
Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our broadcast setting from the skies high above. The Utah Jazz have a what? And before we get going, let's hear from. Well, guys, AI. Thank you, David. I'm
AI.
not sure that
Oh wait.
trade has aged.
Am I starting off?
But you know what, Greg? I bet both teams wish they had him now.
You know, we need more specifics on what kind of sandwiches they were.
Wait, I'm not starting off. Wait, I'm not starting off yet.
Early on, just watching. For Utah, Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Favors. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles, and Curry subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The Grizzlies also changing it up.
Bro.
Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Jackson. Parsons
What?
in for Anderson, and Brooks
I can make my.
subbed
Oh
in
my.
for
I'm
Garrett.
done.
So
I
on
honestly
the floor
don't
for
even
Memphis,
get this game.
the big men are Green and Gasol. Conley out there with Brooks, and it's Parsons in at the small forward. Cephalosha kicks to Curry. Over Conley.
Okay. When you do a fake, you don't shoot the ball.
Another miss by Utah. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10.
And of course I'm cold because my dumb team.
Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 7 points in the game.
Just always keeping his head up. Parsons finds a wide open teammate.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Curry with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Conley with the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
Please say nobody watches.
Amazing game when they met them last time out. Talk about a photo finish.
Conley against Curry. Cephalosha passes to Mitchell. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A shot by Curry, no good.
But why do I do that?
Go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Conley's shot is off.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So I think one of the things that strikes you about Quinn Snyder is whatever is at his disposal in terms of players, he makes great use of it. He loses Gordon Hayward, dealt with a ton of injuries, and yet the Jazz are always competitive.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Udo's checked in for Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Donovan Mitchell. Justin Holiday's checked in for Memphis. Utah's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. Murray finds Exum. Here's Crowder, guarded by Holiday. Crowder, the pass to Curry. From past the arc. Tie game in Utah. And back with the start of the second quarter.
Okay, I need to focus. I need to stop looking at my phone.
Mike Conley, one of the best players never to play in an All-Star game.
The underrated Mike Conley thing.
And as he said, in the West, so many great guards.
And he's been a part of some winning teams, certainly. Has been in the conversation. He'll just have to be content with that max contract.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Jay Crowder. Exum is out there with Curry.
I don't know where my guy's going.
And it's Udo in at the 5. Here's Crowder. Utah the rebound. Korver kicks to Exum. Pass to Udo. The dish to Curry. 4 on the clock. Here's Exum. Cans the 12-footer. Here's Conley. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Washington.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Passes it to Green. Back to Conley. From the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
That character is slow. I need to get him back. I need to get him some water.
Scoring like
What did
this,
I
I
say?
think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Utah calls timeout coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Utah out in front.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So and we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Out of offenses, Doris, initiate that high pick and roll offense, which is so fun to watch. Which ball handlers do you want running that play for you if you were on the sideline?
Come on now, there are some master manipulators in the pick and roll. Let's begin with the great James Harden. We'll begin with his teammate Chris Paul. Steph Curry. You give Steph Curry options to read in a pick and roll, he's going to make the right choice. There are a lot of guys who can manipulate the defense in a pick and roll, but those three are at the top of my list.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson down low with Gasol. Conley out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Outside Curry. From deep. The shot will not
Well, that's
fall.
nice.
And it's Memphis the other way. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Temple. Off target with his 3.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that off.
What is my character doing?
In the locker room.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, D.A. Thank you. Curry fires from way outside. Rejected by Gasol. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Some changes for Memphis. Green is checked in for Jackson. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Garrett Temple. Utah leading by 9. And Favors kicks to Mitchell. Down low, Curry. No
What?
good. Good work defensively by Conley.
Oh my gosh, I need to upgrade this guy.
Anderson against Ingles. Gasol on the high post. Anderson outside. Back to Gasol. There's the triple. Utah with the rebound.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Here's Anderson. And Ingles, one of the bigger stars on the Australian national team.
He's a virtual unknown when he enters the NBA, but a credit to Joe Ingles because he's a knockdown three-point shooter who now can manipulate pick and rolls. This guy is becoming a factor in the NBA.
Utah calls timeout. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Joe Ingles. Memphis also making some changes. Parsons checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Mike Conley. Udo dishes to Curry. Over Holiday. Curry can't get it to go.
And he's
No, he
just a
can't.
tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Marc Gasol.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness
My
to
gosh.
how he approaches it.
Mitchell against Brooks. Tries it from 19. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 7. The tray. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face, and I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
This game is so my guy is so trash, bro.
Curry with
Can't even make a 2-pointer.
Out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Utah. Kicks to Crowder. Back to Curry. Over Holiday. It's Curry. That time on the assist from Crowder.
Finally.
For this quarter. And for Memphis, their shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. There's a
cut.
4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Green with the block. Parsons outside. Curry against Holiday. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. So both teams making some changes here.
Thank you. I need a break. I'm not out.
9 seconds left here in the third quarter. For the Jazz, Dante Exum comes in for Jay Crowder, and Curry subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jackson, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Kyle Anderson comes in for Brooks. And it's Conley in for Garrett Temple.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a doubling win for Utah.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
We've got Udo. Kyle Korver is out there with Cephalosha. Then it's Curry. And it's Exum in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah. With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
Conley.
Follow me.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. So it's Utah now. Korver finds Curry. Stolen by Jackson. Conley feeling it out.
Bro, I want them to make.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just
I
felt
played
like
so
once
trash,
they had
bro.
that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
I need to start playing this game more often. But I need to complete Red Dead Redemption though. And you one layup, 3-pointer, passing. Oh, yeah, no, you can do that. Okay, let me do that. I need to start saving up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they're keeping pace with their win total from last season, holding steady, though they'd like to move the needle and continue to improve. And tonight we're going to see Isaiah Thomas, one of only a handful of players his size to make multiple all-star appearances. Kenny, among players under 6 feet in height, is he the best ever?
Oh, I don't know if he's the best ever.
Oh, I'm playing against the Nuggets. Okay. You say that?
The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. Well, a team on the rise, DA. We'll see. At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But, Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season? Substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Will Barton. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Thomas. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Crowder, he's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles. Exum, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Curry subbed in for Ricky Rubio. So on the floor for Utah, Crowder is the 4 and Gobert is the 5. Exum is out there with Curry. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3.
No, that wasn't my guy.
Already see the great range of calling card of Porter's, even back in high school. Shot 47% as a senior.
Cephalosha passes to Crowder. Now the dish to Curry. Back to Crowder. Exum deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. Outside Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Pass to Crowder. it's sent back by Plumlee.
Why do I keep doing that?
Murray outside. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. Pass to Plumlee. Shoots over Crowder. They get it again. Plumlee, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Cephalosha against Porter. In the corner, Murray with it. Stolen by Exum. Curry from deep three-point land. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
We've got Murray. Plumlee out there with Morris. Then it's Porter. And it's Hernan Gomez. Is in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the night.
Look at Mason Plumlee. He's a throwback big in my mind. You're not going to see him stretch the floor. That's not what he does. He has a hard time from the free throw line, certainly, but his size, effort, activity, really valuable to this team.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Utah. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Exum. Back to Curry. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
And talking about Plumlee, what he gives you often fails to show up on the stat sheet.
Well, you know, the thing I like about him is his hustle. He makes those extra possession plays, those activity plays. He's tough, doesn't need the ball to be effective, and the other thing he does better than most big guys in the league is run the floor.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game."
Thanks.
Clock runs out, and we're heading to half. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Guys, I've been doing so bad, I might just end the live stream.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Curry's checked in for the Jazz. Curry. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Favors.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
So on the floor for Utah, Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Curry in at the point. Thomas kicks to Jokic. Gives His three-pointer's off the mark. Jazz trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lobs it up for Favors. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Thomas against Curry. Thomas goes in, and there's the pass to Jokic. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Boy, I didn't even push triangle.
Anticipation there to stop it. Makes it off the glass.
I'm honestly done with this game.
5 points so far.
Absolutely terrific in transition. When the floor opens up, Barton attacks and doesn't let up.
Curry kicks to Favors. To the paint. Jokic with the steal. Here's Barton, and it's good. 2 points. Barton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited. Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters.
Dang.
He's done a reasonably good job with it.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded...
I'm probably getting subbed out.
Can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015.
That's
and
dumb.
hopefully he'll find the chances.
Oh my gosh, I'm not trying to jump. I need a new controller.
Jazz trail by 15. Here's Mitchell. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Count it. Porter's got 5 minutes.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched.
I'm going for alley. I don't care.
Inside.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. And here is Murray.
Honestly, don't care no more.
Kicks it to Morris. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Murray outside. From deep. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Denver out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Let's build on it. Let's build on that quarter. No let up. Great defense, okay? That's who we are.
Mike Malone citing the terrific D. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Hernan Gomez. Barton comes in for Porter. Gary Harris is checked in for Jamal Murray. And Thomas subbed in for Morris. Then for the Jazz, Niang's checked in. And it's Dante Exum in for Thabo Sefolosha. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
The guards are Thomas and Harris. Jokic is out there with Plumlee, and it's Barton in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. On the wing, Harris. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Rebound, Utah.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And one team is just completely outclassing the others tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against Utah.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Curry looking around. Back to Udo. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
Thomas with the ball. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really...
Guys, this would be a friend video.